in chief at Oxford Business Group, is joining us live from Auckland this time. Oliver, good to see you.
Good morning.
So, I mean, we've touched on the Philippines. You're in New Zealand, which is taking action. We had our Chancellor in the UK yesterday talking about possible emergency measures. I mean, all countries are looking at this situation very carefully, aren't they?
Absolutely, they are. And here in New Zealand, flights between an operating flights between New Zealand and Australia has cancelled a number of flights simply on the back of aviation fuel prices. This is now a global crisis in terms of the knock-on effects, Sally, and everybody's looking for a swift resolution. But with President Trump's mixed messages, the uncertainty just seems to get a little bit worse, doesn't it?
Yeah, and we say mixed messages, and yet Tehran is not putting out any messages at all when it comes to these so-called talks that are, according to President Trump, happening now, peace talks. And yet at the same time, we're hearing that reports that the Pentagon is sending many, many more troops to the Middle East.
Absolutely, it does seem very skewed, but perhaps that is a negotiating tactic. What is quite clear, though, is that Prime Minister Netanyahu in Israel seems to be intent on carrying this on, and that must be a concern also, because within the United States, it does seem that backing for this war is very divided, and the traditional support on the Republican side for Israel has really diminished in the last 18 months, 2 years. And I think that must be really concerning. So we are looking at big tectonic plates shifting in terms of geopolitics around this. And again, that just adds to uncertainty and damages business sentiment. And what do investors and business people need? They need certainty. They need sentiment to be buoyant. And at the moment, none of this is particularly helping.
And I just want to get your take, Oliver, on what's going on in the Gulf. I mean, I was reading just overnight that Saudi Arabia is actually encouraging the US to continue with this war, which I found an interesting line, and that may or may not be the case. We're getting, again, lots of different messages coming from the Gulf as to what they want.
Absolutely. And I think it comes back to this negotiating tactics that we just spoke about. This is an era of realpolitik, isn't it? Unlike we've seen for a very, very long time. At the beginning, let's be clear, I don't think any of these Gulf countries particularly wanted this war to erupt. They have been attacked by Iran, and they've received a huge financial hit, a huge reputational in terms of having built up this idea of certainty and security. And they'll be looking to get back to that as soon as possible. At the same time, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia's ally, really, has always been the United States. So there will be politics being played here, Sally, and that's not going to go away overnight, is it?
OK, it certainly won't. Good to get your take on things again, Oliver. We'll see you soon, I'm sure. Oliver Cornock there from Oxford Business Group. Well, here in the